was pretty crappy, guys, as my shorts already kind of playing out this morning. Still just getting my stuff set up so I make sure everything's working correctly. So the big yellow line there is my opening midnight candle there. See, I had my volume turned down. Didn't know it. Get all my chats. All right. I don't know. Let's see. See if we can make our picture a little bigger on the um trying to make it where you can see the charts a little bit better on the vertical screen. What's up, Fish Lips? How are you doing today? Oh, that's on YouTube. That's what's going on. So I have to adjust the other charts. We'll just do that another time. I'm kind of liking the push downs for first thing this morning. I'm kind of wondering if we're going to rerun this 4-hour candle low here at the below the 800s. Aw. Gonna miss all the excitement today. So my bull bear line this morning is going to be that big orange line that we see. I don't know how much of a pullback we're going to have this morning if we can't break back above that midnight opening. Kind of need to get above it, then maybe we get the push up. The next kind of line of support is going to be that previous day high up there at 90, or even between the 70 and 90. So if we look at like a overall fib kind of perspective, we pretty much have pulled back about 80% of this leg here. So you'd almost need to break this 4-hour candle here and find some kind of support below the 800s. Then we could possibly run back down to the previous day close or previous day open on this leg here. And this would have been last night's low. Oh, nice on the Bewley payout, man. I know. I almost want to full port some of these 90% off Bewleys to try to stack up my fundeds on that back, to get to that 10 funded accounts. And that way they just kind of sit in reserve. So here's two locations that I see us popping. We got a 5-minute gap fill in, which is sitting at 50% of the previous hour. That's the bottom of the previous 15 minutes. And we got the previous day high up there. So that's what I would watch out for you if you're looking for longs this morning. For shorts, I would look for two possible scenarios. If we got this first 4-hour candle that we can run here at the 800s, then the next one down is going to be the 740s. Then for longs, you would have to kind of, if you want to play it safe, you kind of need to wait for us to get back above the previous day high for longs. We do have FOMC minutes today, but I don't think those really do a lot, at least not that I'm aware of. And it's almost like we're creating a nice little bear flag here. Like a nice little trend line here. See all these little 5-minute candles making lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. That means that we could get a nice little breakout here too. So I'm hoping today's openings a lot easier. I want to say the last 3 openings have been really tough. Especially when it's wicking back and forth. When you're not getting those clean candles. It's almost like those days when it's like that, you just need to stay away from the opening and do kind of like we did yesterday. Just sit on the sidelines and kind of wait. Because if I would have messed with that yesterday, I probably would have got my face completely ripped off. We did take a little bit of red because we tried the long, but I didn't have my ATM strategy set up right. I still had it on 10, and it whipped back and hit that 10 as soon as I entered. So that's kind of what happened yesterday. Then we took another little trade back to the downside, and we were able to grab that. Like I said, this looks like a nice little 5-minute trend line below the midnight opening here at the 40. So below that, I'm going to be shorting probably all the way. The only thing that I'm not a fan of if is trying to take this down at the 10. So that's the only thing that I feel like you would have to consider here is trying to short into the whole number. That's always a big no for me, but it will be the second push. So that's my only downside is shorting into that whole number. Unless it just happens before the market opens and all we got to do is just sit here and watch, then we'll have to wait for some kind of pullback into that 15 minutes. So, like I said, man, the opening is never the same. There's always some kind of new adventure, some kind of new settings or new support resistance. So there's really no, teaching somebody how to trade the opening unless you just, from experience, just from trying to trade it every day. So, the only way that I hope it holds, unfortunately, guys, we still got 15 more minutes. So here's your trend line break. So that's already 10 points on the trend line break. But I'm not taking this 15 minutes before the market opens. I mean, you can see that kind of just setting up here. It just depends on if we're going to continue down because you're kind of getting at the bottom of that 4-hour candle here. If we take the short, I would almost want to have my short around the 15 to 20 area. This way it gives me 10 points because I don't want to take, to me, I do not want to take this at 809 because it's leading into the 800 whole number. And I'm not a fan of that. For, anybody that's been around a while, I try to just stay away from those whole numbers when it comes to trading into them. It's just very dangerous, guys. Try to find some different music to listen to. Somehow we got on this. And we also got, what's crazy, as soon as I got off the charts last night, I took a couple longs here. So look, we had a long opportunity. What did we have? A long opportunity here. Then we had another pullback. This was the last pullback, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. So we did take this long up to like the 60 or 70s last night. Then we had another little pullback here. I want to say it was somewhere in this candle right here. We pretty much just pulled back, found the low. I was like, man, did we leave a runner all night and see if we can target the previous day highs? And man, we left a lot on the table last night. We could have left a nice little runner. I'd like to see a quick move back down this morning. I'd like to see a little pop back up, maybe where it doesn't break this trend, kind of holds that 9 EMA. But you just never know what kind of price action you're going to get, and then look for the short. And I'm not saying that we sell off all day, but I feel like we got some areas of that we could run this morning. So if you pull over, let's see. Mark some of these out. We got some like 15-minute order. Oh, shoot. I'm on the 15-minute charts. Let me pull this over here. Or maybe we can look for the short below 800. Let's see. What's that? 748. We got another 5-minute order block sent down at 750 in the Asia market. So if we lose the 800s, we should run those Asia lows back down at 700. So that should give us a possible nice setup. What's up, Merch? How are you doing today? Let's see. What else do we have here that could be in the way? No, we went straight up last night. I was wondering if we were going to take out those New York 8. Remember those last night when we were talking about these AM highs? Look, man, we ended up running those AM highs. I got to start leaving on runners when I get off because it just seems like the last couple times that I've seen us kind of break below that New York PM low. And once we trade back into it, it seems like by London session, you're running the high of that PM session. So, do have I am short bias below 800. I will be looking for us to kind of push into 750 would be my first target down this morning. That would be, there's a 5-minute order block sitting there. So we get through the 800s. We're kind of at a 5-minute order block here. So it may be one of these deals we wait for us to, if the 75, that 70 range can hold this morning, kind of trade into a whole number, then look for a retest of the 800, then look for a short. And that would be kind of like our safer play this morning. Or in this way, it could possibly trade back up into our 15 minutes. Did you take any more trades last night, or did you call it good? Oh, okay, you called it too. Woo. We're just looking for one little trade this morning. If we can make that, the rest of the day will be a piece of cake. I don't really care what happens to the rest of the day. I just want to get my one funded trade knocked out. Try to make 50 to 150 if we can, and put it away. I'd be even happy with 40 or 50 bucks on it if that's all we get today. I'm not going to. As long as I hit that 10 points, whatever happens after that 10 points is a bonus. But for longs, I really can't be into the longs unless we get back above the previous day high. Because for some reason, anytime you're around that previous day high, the price action gets really choppy and messy. So, or it depends on what the swings look like this morning. If it opens up just swinging really hard back and forth, we'll stay away from it, kind of like we did yesterday, how it was just swinging insanely. What do we still got? About 10 more minutes. Oh, yeah. We pretty much drink coffee all morning. We've actually been on the computer staring at charts or messing with the trading view probably since 6 o'clock this morning, my time. Then I think I've been up since 4 my time. So I've been up, for the last 4 hours. All right, so we did get the first break out of our 15 minutes. I like the fact that we couldn't push up higher. Man, I almost like the shorts this morning. I'm not saying we'll sell off the rest of the day or anything, but just, to maybe run like some of these levels to the downside. Or even the force, that's a long ways down. Previous day closes all the way to 770s. But if you pull fib on this leg here, we're already back into the golden pocket. So I don't know. It's in a weird spot right now. And I just have to be patient. I think I'm gonna have to be patient and wait. Below the midnight opening, we're looking for shorts. Above the previous day high, we're looking for longs. So we got 7 minutes left. Like I said, I do like the shorts this morning, at least starting out. The only thing about this short, there's no way to really short below the at the 810s. To really get if you want a really comfortable short, you need to wait till we get below the 800s because that's your London low. And we still haven't quite ran that 4-hour candle sitting there either. So get to the bottom of that 4-hour candle, and that's right here. Then what would that be? Almost 50% of the previous 4-hour candle sent down at 790s. So very, very iffy there. How big is this candle? 40 points. So not too bad. So that kind of gives you a 20-point stop loss if you're using 50% of the candle. And that's usually where your stop loss has to go. So if you're long, your stop loss has to go here. If you're short, stop loss has to go here. I'm sorry, right here. This is the hourly. Oh, okay, so this is actually a fairly small candle. So what is that? Let me see how small this candle is. 10 to about 40. So 30 points. That means you only got a 15-point stop loss today. So that's really not a bad deal there for 15-point stop loss for the breakout this morning. Oh, you've been up since 9 a.m.? That's right. You're about, You're 5 or 6 hours ahead of me. So what is that? 1 o'clock where you're at? Oh, 2:30. So 6 hours ahead. Okay. Yeah, I'm in Central Time, so I am an hour behind New York. So I live in the middle of the United States in Central Time. Ooh, here comes that short, man. I really want to take the short, but we still got 4 minutes. I don't want to put it on too early. Arkansas, Northwest Arkansas. No, don't go now. I just don't know if this is going to be a fake out. I want to take this short here, but we don't want to jump in too early. I'm thinking about if it allows me, I want to put my entry around that 20 areas where I want to put it, or maybe the 15. Because we're bouncing off my resistant line here at the 35, this big old crazy thick orange line. So that's kind of my short bias. Got 2 minutes left. And man, we also have a 5-minute order block sitting here at the bottom of the London session. So you could get a bounce at the 800s here. This is why I say you need 10 points. All right, 1 minute left here, guys. Like I said, I do like the short down to 800 here. I'm just looking for that 10 points. I just don't know if we're going to blast through. If it just blasts through, there's really no way for us to get in this trade. That's unfortunately. 30 seconds left. And I just can't take the trade this close to the whole number. Oh. 20 seconds left. At least that was the first hit. 10 seconds left. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to have to wait on this candle because it's so close to the whole number. Whew. Boner. Woo, baby, go. All right, nice. We shorted right at the 800s on that one, boy. You had to be quick. You had to be quick. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. All right, nice. Nice. Dude, that popped so quick, I barely even had time to react on that one. So that was a nice little $100 win there. So we're good today. So we're 125 away now. Dude, this could bust out the other side. This is usually a really good, nice. Let's see if or was that the retest? And that was at the 50% there too, so. Runner got stopped. We ran that previous day open. All right, we can't jump back in. We just got to be patient here, guys. I mean, we got that 50% pullback. This should have been your entry right here at the 20s. 25. So it's probably going to go. This would have been your entry for a possible short if you were able to just slap that there. Your 75 long fish, nice. I like to try to get another entry here if we can on this account. Waiting to see if we break these 33s. If we break these 33s, we may try to grab a long above 33s, 35s here. If we can't break that, it's a totally different situation here. Man, yep. Look at that. Right off that previous day, that 12 o'clock candle. And this is a big old nasty 5-minute candle, guys. What do we got? We're about to have a new 5-minute candle, so. We got another 4 hours down at the 40s here. All right. Woo, shit. This is popping quick. That 800 right now is kind of a magnet. We still didn't run that previous 4 hours down at the 40s, but I don't know if we'll jump back in the same candle unless it pushes it back up here above this midnight open. Super choppy this morning, guys. Super choppy. It's hard for me to really call these call outs because they're happening so fast. And plus we hit like a 5-minute OB right there also at the 40s. Do we want to attempt? I want to attempt another trade on this funded account here. But man, it's just whipping so good right now. We got that Asia low down at 707, so I just feel like that 707 is definitely a target. And below the 100 is your London low, is that overnight London ICT kill zone area is at 802. We're going to wait for the market to settle down. Right now, the market's just whipping, so you'll just get whipped out if you're. This is definitely a long on the short on the Rico candles possible here. This holds. Nope. It's getting kind of retesting those 50 areas again. Pretty much back at those London lows. Right now, guys, we're just kind of sitting on the sideline. This price action is just chopping back and forth pretty heavily. I mean, this stuff will just eat your lunch trying to catch this. So this is why we're trying to hit those 10 points. If we get that massive breakout, super duper. But if not, I will long here above this whatchamacallit. It has to be careful of that line there, guys. I don't know what it is about the midnight opening, but that thing is stout. So we're getting a nice little range on our Rico candles. Let's see if we get a pullback here, or is that just a trap here? Make sure we're on the right funded because we don't want to make that mistake. Look at that nasty. Dude, I gotta just start taking some little points off of that, man, because I swear that level at the midnight opening is insane. I've been being insane. It seems like it takes so many tries to get through that level. So that would have been a 75 hit there. Hopefully no one's trapped in a trade right now, guys. Do we finally blast that area? Super choppy on the Rico candles right now, too. Definitely don't have a range. Just don't want to get faked out above that 34 area if we try to long that. So just got to be careful. Sometimes it seems like when it goes through that level, it's just like a freaking boner, straight up boner candle. Gotta wait till that baby prints up there. Another trap at the freaking midnight candle. Just trying to be patient, guys. Just try to be patient. How much time we got left on this 5-minute candle? 2 minutes left. Man, that's a long time. May try it on the Rico candles here if we can get above this 35 and see if we can retest it on the 35s on the Rico candles, because we're still struggling to get through these levels. You got to remember, you're going to run into more resistance up here at what, 71? So even be careful trading up to the 70s here. All right, see if we get a retest here. I want to look for, okay, there's a retest there. That was a nice little retest on the Rico candles. Sorry, guys. Took that on the Rico candles for a quick 10 points. Going to run a resistance here at the 70s, so I'm going to try to just take what we can out of this because I feel like we're going to get pulled back here on this. Come on. Do we got the volume to get through the 70s? Nope. Nope. It can't get through there. There's a lot of resistance there at the 70s, guys. I don't know if we get through there on this push. Come on. Come on, buyers. Oh, we need so many buyers here. I'm going to take what we can just in case it fails. Oh, it didn't do it. It didn't do it. Oh, well. I knew it was going to get stuck there, guys. That's why I was like, be careful. Be careful going into that level. All right, we'll take this again if it kind of does a little retest of the... If this area holds here. If it doesn't hold, it could just be... Order flow course, please. I just use a resistance and consolidation off the 5 minutes. I mean, I already knew 70 area was a pretty stout area. I mean, you can see all the 5-minute candles we have here. Dude, delay. I hit that at 50. Oh, that was pretty crappy. Oh, yeah, dude, we're ripping it up this morning. That's the only thing I hate about my damn Trade-Evade accounts. I was long at 50, man. It took 9 points for that stuff to register. What's up, Jake? That's another possible good long. What's up, trader? You said the 4-hour candle high low marked the market reversal. Yeah, we looked. That's what we were looking for on that short while ago. Did quite run the whole leg, so we probably just pulled back into what 80%. We're way back in the pullback on this leg here. Almost didn't quite run that 4-hour low at the 40s. We did run this 4-hour low, and that was right below that kind of that London area that we had marked out. We're from the United States. So far, we're green across all the accounts. We're going to see if we can find another trade on this account here. We're just going to shoot for $100 on each of our funded accounts and try to be done. So this one is sitting at 53,475. So that puts us 125 away from that $3,600. So one more nice green day on the larger funded account. So hopefully we can get that either today or tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow or Friday. Be careful around this previous day high here, man. That previous day high, plus you're trading back into that 15 minutes. Wow, holy crap. I said, man, lately it seems like whenever we lose that midnight candle, it just like dumps. We still got 1 minute left on this 5-minute candle. Maybe I can take it off the Rico candles here. If we get a pullback and cause a wick, we can maybe take it on the Rico candles back below 900 or 800 here. Okay. Thanks for joining us today from Pakistan. Woo! This baby's ripping today. This 5-minute charts are being nasty this morning, guys. It's been like that lately. The openings have been just insane to trade. I'm not gonna lie. The openings have been just kicking your butt and spitting you out. You got to be so fast on some of these entries. It's really hard to call out these entry guys because they're just happening so fast. We almost want to short below the 800s again. Ugh. Don't want to get my face ripped off here. Yep, damn it. Looks like it's going to retest those 25 levels again. Come on, 25. Be good to me. Nope. I think we just wasted that profit. All right, let's see. That pretty much took us back to break even. I mean, that stuff is still kind of holding up here. Aw. Did I take that on the wrong account? I did. I thought I was trying to take that on my Apex account, and I accidentally took that on my freaking other Bewley account. Oh, you dirty, dirty girl, you. That's the only thing that sucks about trading multiple charts. Sometimes I do that. How much longer? We got still about 9 minutes left before the top of the hour here. Be careful of this line here, because that line's been nasty today so far. Still got 2 minutes left on this 5-minute candle here. We want to see the 36s hold up here, 35s. You don't want to get caught in that. To make sure that holds. You want to make sure that 35 area holds here. Remember, be careful around this 35, 34 area here. There it goes. It's starting to push. What do we got left? We still got... Got 20 seconds left on this 5-minute candle here. I mean, this looks like a nice candle to enter off of. What you have to do is just kind of wait and see where it prints. And it has a little wick on it here. 4 seconds left on this 5-minute candle here. This thing could pull back deep. So you got to be careful around these 90s to 800s levels here. There's your first 900 hit. Back to the 90. All right, we could reverse back off that 110. So We're going to try to enter again in a minute. We're just trying to wait and see what kind of reaction we get here at the 25 level. You said Vic is showing it push. We're going to try to wait for this next 5-minute candle because we can probably rerun these 4-hour candles. This 1-hour candle up at the 60s. Oh, did I accidentally enter that on 10? I did. I actually entered that on a mini, guys. Didn't mean to do that. I thought I had changed it to 3, but it didn't save. The power of the Rico, baby. Woo! Woo! The Rico was pounding this morning, guys. All right, here's that high. So we expect some kind of pullback here. Let me change this crap. We don't want to accidentally enter with 10 micros. That's scary as crap. Woo. Why didn't that save? Oh, I see what happened. Oh, my goodness. Here's that Rico trade that we just took. Look, we had that little pullback here back into the 900s. This thing printed above the 25. Remember how I like to say I like to take these above whole numbers. So, and we're running from whole number to whole number. So we're trying to enter right above 25 and looking for a 50 push. So, only thing it was a mistake. I didn't mean to enter that on 10 micros. So, I was just trying to get to $100 because, yeah, it happens. So that's why we made $250 on that account. Didn't mean for that to happen. All right. So that was the third funded trade today. So we've taken 3 funded account trades today. I feel like, what time is it? Now it's just we done ran both sides of our levels. We ran this previous 4-hour candle. We ran the high of the 4-hour candle. So we done ran both sides of the 4-hour candle. We could look for possible, I guess, look for some eval trades and see if we can pass a eval. We need what, $500? Do we just full port three minis and just see if we can knock out $600? So, take my funded accounts off before we make a mistake. All right. Whew. Pretty wild morning, guys. Jake, did you see Bulin Ox is 90% off? Now's the time to pick it like super cheap or cheap evals, man. You can get them for like $15. So now's And also Apex is 90% off too. So now if you don't want to spend a lot of money on trading evals, now's the time to grab those. Dude, does the blue candle pay again? Boom. Just paid again on paid again on the fib. It takes 3 candles to get 10 points. And what? This was the one I longed just a minute ago. As you can see, man, green, 50, the 20, the 9. This is kind of the pictures I posted into the Discord there for anybody that's interested in using this. If you just want to, and I just took that on a funded. So that was really the almost first time I've really ever done a funded trade. But man, it just looked so good. I mean, everything was spreaded out. The volume was there. We haven't quite ran that hourly candle up there at the 60s. So, whew, it was hard not to take that one. So, back-to-back 10-pointers there. Dude, this indicator with the midnight candle is insane. It just like, you could almost have a bias. If you're above the midnight candle, like I'm talking about when you're just kind of around it, man, once you print above that thing, it's like it just goes. Now the volume is just, I think we're, I think the area that Outer talked about in the Discord, I want to say we're running into a big 5-minute order block here. So it's going to probably take a little bit to get up to the 900s here. So this is why we're just kind of slowing, just kind of grinding the move up here. Dude, this thing just keeps going and grinding. Here's the whole number here. We're at the weekly VWAP here. Yeah, you could possibly get the pullback off that 25 here. There's the 25. Oh, yeah, dude. I wouldn't re-risk it no more either if I hit all my daily golds, man. So right now we're just chilling ourselves. We're just waiting for another entry to go in with a eval here. We may even put the boys on the table on this next trade here, guys. We're going to slap them down. It's hard not to do it when we got 90% off here, so we're just grinding now, guys. We're just waiting for a pullback here. Just don't want to jump in too early and get my face ripped. Just don't know how much the bulls are in control. And next hit up can be all the way at the 25,140s. That would have been what, your 50 level. So this is where you want to see kind of a pullback to the 25 or even the 25,000s here. Was that the 25? Almost the 25 bounce. 57 is kind of that low. I see that 57 there too. So be careful longing here above that 57. $25. All right, here comes the pullback. I feel like we get that pullback to the 25,000s here. Hmm. There it is. There's that 21 pullback on my Ricos. That's what I was talking about. The 25,000s, 25,007s. Here's the 25. Is this the reversal area here? This thing still looks very bullish, so we just need to see what happens. If this can push up and print back below the above the 25s, we may get another 50 push here. What's up, Java? $200 it's going to retrace. It needs to retrace. I wouldn't mind seeing it go all the way back down to like 966 here. It's like, do we push up before we go down here? Definitely consolidating here. I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't mind seeing us having a deeper pullback back into the man. There's those 25s. Woo. Was that a fake out there? Come on. Full port. Woo. No, we're $100 away, Methodical Man. We just slapped the boys on the table on that trade, though. Oh, did I do that on the wrong one? Aw. I gotta close that. I'm on the... Did I do that again? God darn it. I swear. I thought I was on the right account. Let me make sure. What account were we on here? Ah, we full ported the wrong one. You dirty girl. How did I do that? What? Maybe I don't. No, I didn't. I didn't full. For some reason, I thought I was trading a 25K, but I'm actually trading a 50. No, we are like $125 away. Let's see. We're at 53,475, so 125 away. Ugh, look at that long off the 25. Another Rico banger winner there, guys. Look at this Rico. Look at this Rico setup. Pull back, a lot of green left. I got long here right above 25, looking for that kind of that 50 hit, but 10 points right away. Banging, banging, banging. Let's see. Where could we go next? I mean, we could look for a Lucifer trade. I haven't really taken any Lucifer trade. What's up, Solo? How are you doing today? Man, did we leave a lot on the table. That's already up, what, 30 points. Banger, banger, guys. Banger, banger. Can't do nothing now, guys. It's just going straight up. All we can do is just kind of sit on the sidelines here. I got to take off some of these micros, man. Like I said, we went in heavy on that last trade here. How's everybody else's morning going? How's your morning going, Java? So far, man, we've been blasting everything this morning. We're at 257 in one PA account, 92 in another PA, 117 in a PA, then 670 in the eval. You're been green today? Heck yeah, nice outer. Green all around. Heck yeah. It's almost like it's been so much green. It's like, do we just put it away this morning? Like, do we keep pushing our luck? Because that's what it feels like. It's like, how much more do we got in it? Woo. I still wouldn't mind finding like another little trade here at my elusive account, because we just gotta wait, man. 140 is probably our next target up here, guys. 25, 140. All right. There's a 50 retest. Oh, yeah. I was also looking at your thing where you said you expected that. Also looking at your charts that you put on here this morning, that you were looking for the possible 25K today. Yeah, in the Discord, Outer posted some charts where he said he was looking for longs today, so those are working out nicely. You just got to find your entries. Is all you got to do. So you can take people's information. You just gotta find your entry, what works for you, and how much you're willing to risk. And most of my entries, I try not to risk more than 20 points. Another non-EMA pullback. Man, I feel like we need a deeper pullback here, guys. I feel like, man. Sorry, I lost track of a... Man, this is about to give me another signal here too. We've already hit the 80 once. It's almost like, do we go to the 25,100s here? Oh, you do the opposite. Man, is this going to be another long signal? I want to take this, but I don't want to take it. I just feel like we haven't got that pullback. Maybe a retest of the 75s if it can pop here at the 65 here. A little pullback. This I just flipped today for a small payout, 500. Heck yes, Solo. That's pretty good. Fish Lips just got some nice payouts too recently. I'm going to wait, man. This stuff is, I want a long here. I feel like I got a long signal, but it's still just chopping. I don't really have that volume to push. And I don't feel like sitting through drawdown. We're already way green, so there's no reason to be stupid at this point, guys. You like that? Can you go back to the 950s? Java's looking for a short. Yeah, I know, Java. We need that pullback, man. It's like you can tell that the market is exhausted, where the buyers are slowly, like they just can't keep it moving. So we definitely need a pullback. I'm not doing anything outer. I'm staying off to the side. We've already had a banger day. I'm going to be probably very iffy on my next trade because, I mean, we've already banged today, so there's really no reason to really mess up our profits. We're green on what we've done. Traded 4 different accounts today. We traded 3 different fundeds with the eval today, so we're cool just sitting right here and just waiting for a better setup or some kind of maybe even a pullback to the 25,000s, or I feel like we need a 9 EMA pullback. Or maybe a 4-hour retest back down at the kind of what you were saying about the 950s. This is a setup that I like when we have like this order block where you got these 3 big candles like on the 5 minutes. They're just stacked on each other like this, and that next candle will print right there on top of them. That is like a trade that I'll take almost every single time. I always look for this pattern setup, especially with the 5-minute charts, where you get big green, big red, big green. Then whenever you get that nice next green candle, I mean, we had a lot going on here. So you had the kind of the order block area with the 3 candles were printed on top of the previous day high. We had about 30-40 points till we ran the 4-hour high. So had a lot of nice areas here. So kind of looks like it wants to roll over, guys. Getting a little rainbow here. Guys, I killed it. Like most of my big trades this morning, guys, all came on the Rico candles. I'm not gonna lie. I was pounding the Rico candles this morning. They were like the perfect setups. I put these in Discord for anybody that wants to look at these. You know, maybe practice it for a little bit, then just get used to the set. Like, man, look at this. Look at these sexy little wicks here down to the 9 EMA. We want to test it. And as soon as I see that, it's like, dude, we just pound the long button. Do you watch the ES? I had the ES marked out this morning. I forgot to look at it because we had so much crazy price action going on. Where's my I had the ES marked out my levels too, because I know if you looked at those Manzini levels this morning, Clarity and Methodical Man's Discord, like he had back above. Let's see. I had some. Here we go. Here we go. Dude, the delay in that is insane. Yeah, but it's still chopping sideways. On both of my charts, we're just chopping sideways at the moment. But anyway, this was kind of the bull bear line. I want to say reclaim the 91 if I'm not mistaken. If you go look at those Manzini levels, I want to say he either said 91 reclaim. Like his numbers were banging. If you go look at those Manzini numbers, if you like to trade the ES. Yeah, I saw that level this morning too, that 68.76, but I don't think I marked that one out because it was so close to the previous day high. So the only way that we go back short here is that we would have to break back below the 900s here. That was the short trap. Yeah, I actually read his letter this morning. I usually don't ever read it. I just happened to be on Discord. And I was like, let's go look at a Methodical Man's free Manzini levels. If you join Methodical Man's Discord, he puts the free Adam Manzini ES levels in there for anybody that's an ES trader. And it's usually a $30 value because it costs $30 to get that every month. So he gives you his ideas with his levels. So they're usually very useful. I'm so glad that we have most of our profits. Because right now, there's nothing worse. You wait all morning to get a setup and we turn into chop. That's always the worst. Or the worst days to me is whenever you get that big move early in the morning and the rest of the morning is just straight butt. Then you're just kind of sitting here. I almost wish I had a microwave in here to warm up the coffee because my coffee's done got cold sitting here for the last hour and a half. You're $70 away from your payout? Heck yeah. Maybe we'll all hit payout tomorrow, Clarity, because I need 125. 125. Clarity, do you get that feeling like when you get like close to payout, like you just, it's almost like you have that don't sabotage yourself in the back of your mind because like the back of like yourself, like, please don't sabotage this. Please don't sabotage this. That's what I feel like lately because we're like within a couple $100. Because that's what it's drives me insane. Yep. Because most of the time, whenever I'm trading my accounts, I'm just like, you know, whatever happens, happens. But it just seems like whenever you're close, your mental mind just gets to you. It says I'm not going to take another trade today on that account. Oh, yeah, me neither. To me, what I've been doing since I'm so close, Clarity, it's one and done. So it's either going to be a winner or loser. We're not going to try to get more profit. We're not going to try to get our losses back. So it's just, if it's a loser, we just put it away and have to deal with it. I've been trying not to lose more than $120 per trade on that account. That way it's not too devastating. Today, on that opening range play, you only really had to risk 15 points. So it had a fairly small, but we waited this morning because it was just, no. I took the breakout below the 800s this morning whenever we broke that, like London, not really the London low, but if you watch those ICT kill zones, that's what I mean by low. My guess right here is probably back to 25,018.15. That is my 50 EMA over here on my other charts. I think that's going to be a retest of that 0805 area for the ES. Let me turn off this so it's easier to see. So here are the two levels that we have marked out on the ES here. 9606. So if we start losing those 06, what you really like to see here is like a failed breakdown of this 06. So you want to see us push below it, then come back, find resistance, then go. That's the Manzini way, pretty much. Thank you guys for the likes and subscribes today. We still got another hour of being here hanging out. I don't really have to go anywhere till 11:30. Oh, yeah. Hey, at least you stop trading though, because that's the hardest part, is to stop trading and not recover that in one day. That's usually the hardest part, clarity. I kind of want to full port some Bulenoxes to kind of stack up some more, try to stack up some more funded accounts. I need to see when they're 90% ends or they're 80% or 89% ends. And we don't really have a lot of news this week to kind of get those big moves either. Because it would take what? How many points it would take to pass that? Well, you can go 7 times that, 140. So let's see. It'd take 22 points to pass a full port on Bulenox. Yep, I've been doing that to my same self. I try to tell you tell you guys how much I have in it, so it kind of helps me hold myself accountable. So, you know, for those. I was trying to keep up the ES charts here for you. It's dropping. It's just slowly pull. That's the one I'm about to get my payout on, clarity. So it's been a grind because you have to make $3,600. So, and like I said, we're 125 away. So we're sitting at 53,475. So I've been grinding that thing for a little while to, basically to make $3,000 something dollars. So it takes a minute. There's that 18 area that I was talking about, guys. And that was a retest of that 06 area. Yeah, so right now I have at least 3 funded accounts with Bulanox, and so I've been trying to stack them because, you know, once you got 3 funded accounts, you don't have to pay for the ones that you pass. They can kind of sit in reserve, Clarity. And if you pass one, you can use the money that you make from your funded account to pay for the next one that unlocks. Because you have to get to the threshold to unlock another one to pay. And you can have up to 10 funded accounts with Bulanox. But you have to kind of do it in that process. They don't let you just have 10 out the gate. So you got to have 3. Then you constantly have to get it over the buffer. And then every time you pass one, you don't have to pay for it. It'll just sit in pending status. Oh, you don't like the buffer? Yeah, that's why I'm also just started a Elusive account too. I was trying to trade gold with Elusive, but man, this is one big candle here. Holy goodness. And I almost want to try a little teaser long here. Since we didn't lose those 06 or 08 areas on the ES. But the volume is just, I'm going to play it safe. We're going to stay away from it. Like I said, I'm in no big hurry, and we don't really have the volume to kind of pop here because you want to see like a quick pop after we pop those 50s, but ran into a lot of consolidation. Oh. Thank you guys for the likes and subscribe button these last couple weeks. Yeah, I thought about longing that 50, but it was just grinding. So would have got our 10 points there. But like I said, the grind price action. Yeah, are you looking at that lunchtime low or something over there on the I saw that level way up there, outer. Let's see here. Yeah. 140 to 160. Yeah, most definitely. I feel like that's your next range up here. I just hate the fact of how grindy it looks. And I just don't want to get caught in one of those like grinding trades where you just kind of just grinding higher and higher. We got the buy signal to take that off of the 50. So I should have been, if I was going to take that, I should have been long from 50. We'll see what kind of pull, if we can get another little wick pullback to try to take this. So we are getting some separations. This is where I need to see like another 21 pullback. And we did retest that 0706. That is Manzini's buy level for anybody that was wondering. that line that we have marked out here. This is Manzini's buy level. There's your first 80 hit. 65. Wouldn't mind seeing it wick a little bit more down here, like wick kind of back into the 50s, but man. I mean, we got the wick, but it wasn't deep enough. This is where you like to see a pullback back down to the 50s, 53 area. Yeah, I'm hoping we still got another whole hour of just grinding higher here. All right, there's the wick back down. We want to make sure this, yeah, it's going up. Oh, never mind. Went a little deeper than it was supposed to go. Macro time. No, I don't know if I'm going to leave it because we didn't get the setup we want. We were just looking for an individual candle pullback on this trade here, and we didn't get it. Is everyone else green today, or was there anybody that got trapped in the short? Like, you know, since we were moving up, was anybody trapped in a short? They just want to drop it. I was expecting that last drop to drop us, but I was wondering, because remember I said that 18 was probably going to be the bounce there, but I don't ever take those 50 bounces, even though they do work fairly often, but I just did not take it. So we had a nice bounce off the 50 EMA there. Oh, goodness. Java, you said you had a fairly good day today trading? Java, I still have the horizontal screen if you want to watch the horizontal, if you don't want to watch that vertical screen. We still have, like I said, 30 minutes of just sitting here. What, 45 more minutes, so. And we will be back for the Asia market tonight for anybody that's curious. Just didn't have the boys to pull the trigger on that one, guys. I wasn't sure. It still has that like consolidation look, so it makes it very tough to enter these. You're just not getting that normal price action. I could see us pulling all the way back to the 850s outer. Like pulling back all the way back to that lunchtime, not lunchtime, but that midnight opening back down to 850. Right now, 50% is back down at the 920s. Outer, are you in your position still, or did you already take all your profit for the day? Outer, was that a trade that you posted in the stream? Was that on a funded account or eval? Was that one of your funded trades today? Oh, you copy traded? Okay, so it was a PA plus eval. Okay. It makes it really hard to jump in these longs like this, guys, when we're just grinding. So, because you know, as soon as you jump in, you're just going to be just consolidating, moving up 5 or 10 points every half a minute or so. So it's so hard to enter these unless you get like the right entry where you're not just sitting through like drawdown of red. So it makes it really tough to trade these. Oh. We'll give it about 10 more minutes, man. If we continue chopping, we may just call it early morning. I don't want to risk any more of my profit. We were trying to find us a Lucifer trade. Let's see. Gold has been, man, gold almost had to seem like it had the same setup this morning. That would have been an entry right there. Oh, that's silver. Oh, my goodness. Fish Lips, did you get to trade at work any today, or besides that one big 100-point this move from this morning, or did you stay on the sidelines? Did anybody take a loss today? Did anybody get trapped in a position that they couldn't get out of? Let's see here. We also have a 3-star news today. What is it? The Fed minutes. So I mean, this thing's still pulling back and paying 10 points on every single pullback. Every single pullback that I've gotten on my Rico candles has paid at least 10 points so far, unless this one here fails. But see, every single one has like a pullback consolidation and doesn't move. Super dead. Like I said, guys, since we're just kind of just consolidating pretty slow, we may even call it at 11 o'clock today instead of just sitting here just watching us chop sideways. There's just no volume right now. And this is like the worst volume to watch because you don't want to be tempted to jump in this stuff and just get sitting through this. This is almost like sitting through freaking the Tokyo session. And you don't want to be sitting in this type of price action during the New York session. So last night, the Asian market wasn't too bad. We got multiple 10-point trades. I think we got up to like 170 or so last night. That would have been your 10 points. So that would have been another 10-point winner on the Rico candles. Dude, we may get up to that 160, but it's probably going to take another freaking 15 to 30 minutes just to get up 60 points. Maybe this will finally be our pullback off the what? Finally off the 25,100s here. I feel like we still need that deep pullback that we haven't gotten. All of our EMAs are what? All the way back down to the 25,000. Let's see here. This one. We're going to stay right below the 90 level. Looking for a pullback to the 25 here. We're just looking for 10 points outer. And we're only going to risk 10 points. Unfortunately, it could go up to the 110s first before we get the pullback, but it looks like it's about to get us. Just trying to be right above the whole number here. You said 25 to 70. Yeah, I have 72 here. 72 is marked out for myself. All right, pretty much break even trade. We just hit that 9 EMA at. How did that thing even hit me? I thought I had a little bit more room on that. There it goes. There's the 75 hit. That was a elusive account. That was just pretty much a break-even trade. We're just trying to squeeze 10 points off of that whole number up there. For the EMAs, we had a pullback to the 72s there. So we were seeing if we would get the pullback to the 72s. Let's see. 25 is a very balanced, risky area for longs and shorts. So what you're saying is the buyers and sellers are agreeing on this price. Come on, guys. We can't be on the same team, buyers and sellers. We got to be on those separate sides where we're just you can see resistance up at the 160s. Yeah, I saw that while ago on the charts with the what is that, like the PM low or something? I think it was on the yeah, I got 148 marked on mine. And that was from yesterday. That would be the lunchtime low. Well, yeah. This right here, this big downward wick, or that area right there where you're saying the 60s and 70s. You can see them just trying to build up the market above that 25, so we got tons of resistance where we just kind of consolidate sideways for the rest of the morning. what's going to happen is I'm going to walk away. Then that's when the volume's going to come in. I wish we would get some kind of deep pullback here, man. This is a brutal watching. You know what's going to happen. We're not going to get that pullback today, and you're going to come back this evening, and it's just going to be like one or two one or two little contracts. I mean, candles all the way up like 100 points. And where, because it's usually this type of price action is usually very, very tough to join in. Oof. We'll sit here for another 5 or 10 minutes to see if we get any kind of movement, but I think that's all I'm going to give it. I think after that, we're just going to walk away. We're in a very good position at the moment, so there's really no reason to really be risking a lot more. So we went in heavy on this eval a while ago on that big move from earlier. So we're up 670, 117 on one eval, 92 on the other eval. Funded, and we're up 243 on this funded account. No, definitely no micro run today, man. Or no macro run today. So we're just stuck. Like I said, this is the worst price action to look for if you're looking for those runners. If you're going to try to trade this, I'll just look for my 10 points. That's kind of what we were doing a while ago. I kind of wanted to short the 100s, but we thought that we would get that pullback into the 70s. Got back down to 78. Ooh. There's your 10 points. We got another signal here on our EMA charts, but we didn't take it. So the pullback into the 9, it would have been long here at the whole number, 10 points. For anybody that likes the 10-point trades. We just blasted a whole 10 points. It's even hard to get excited or even worked up about this type price action, guys. It might be one of these things we grind the rest of the day until the FOMC minutes are released. If you guys are new here, if you wouldn't mind hitting the subscribe and like button, much appreciated. But I think most people have called it for the day, it seems like. Yeah, I knew it was one. Is it that one that they don't really have much impact? They just had it listed as 3-star news, so I wasn't sure how much movement we got on those. I know usually you don't get the big one until interest rate decisions, whenever they have that one every quarter. And I don't think that one's till March. All right, guys. Like I said, I think we're gonna call it today. I don't think I'm gonna take any more trades. I think the best thing to do is just kind of walk away and don't get FOMO to jump into this. We had a really good session this morning, so we're just gonna leave on that note, and we will be back for the Asia market this evening. Hey, thanks for coming to hang out again, Java. It was nice seeing that you had a nice. You said you had a nice trade today, Java. Are you? You too, Outer. Yeah, I don't want to find myself FOMOing back into this, so we did have a little bit of red here, like $7 on that last trade for the fees. But other than that, it was a decent day. All right. Thank you, guys. And everyone have a wonderful evening.